Hey guys, Jake Salyer here with the Elite Home Team. Normally Sarah would be here. This is at our kitchen table. Today we're doing things kind of different. We've got a 3-broker panel interview because I'm a broker under Tim. So this is Brian Shepard. Brian is the broker of Coldwell Banker, your South location, right? 91st and Sugar? Well, the whole company. So big man.
Big dog.
And then we've got, I worked for Brian for 8 years total when I was at Coldwell Banker. Awesome company to be with. I'm now a broker under Tim Cochran of the Broken Arrow location. So Tim's been a broker for 20 something years.
I've been in the business 31 years, been a broker for about 30.
So Tim's old. That's what that comes down to. But today we want to touch on what everybody's seeing in the market. So we've got 2 head guys of big companies here in town, and just kind of what they've seen with their associates, with the changes that we've been dealing with the pandemic. Have things still been moving? Is the market still moving? Really what everybody's seeing. So a couple different views here. So take it, Brian. What have things been doing for you guys?
Well, we've seen that the market has slowed a little bit, but there's still lots of business that's being done, lots of contracts being written. We've seen a slowdown in the number of listings that are being taken, that are being put on the market. As we come through this pandemic, I believe that business is pent up business. And
Absolutely.
so I know that this has scared some people. They're a little nervous about who's coming into their house, how that's being treated.
Sure.
And I just believe that when this thing breaks free and things start loosening up, that sellers are going to be more comfortable with it. We're going to see the real estate market explode, and I'm going to tell you,
stir crazy, right?
Yeah,
they're itching to go. So
yeah,
I agree with you.
And what we've seen in the past, when we've had, we haven't seen anything like this, but when we saw things in 2008, 9, and 10, when the entire economy kind of wrecked, really real estate is the industry that brings the economy back. And so when we talk about the recovery out of this pandemic and what is it going to look like, I believe that we're going to see the real estate market really take off here in the Tulsa area, and I think it's going to drive our economy. It's going to be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Probably late summer, early fall, you're going to see some dramatic increases in the real estate business.
Absolutely. So I think things are kind of loosening up, right? Everything's been super tight, and sales for us have still been real steady. Of course, this is everybody's busiest time, but go back to 2008, 2010. 2010 was one of my best years. And you're right, that was when, lucky for us, the Tulsa economy doesn't feel what California feels, right? Or a market where things are super inflated, and then all of a sudden everybody doesn't have the money to really
Not to the extreme. Right.
Lucky for us, our cost of living is fairly low, and so we don't really feel those huge effects.
And we don't have the high value homes like out in California.
Sure.
Typically our values, I know back in 2010, I say 2010, you said it was good for you. Some people it was good. It was how you prepared in those times.
Absolutely.
For some people, they really hurt.
Right.
This is totally different what we've been experiencing as far as, I know we're not going to talk a lot about COVID-19, but we weren't expecting this.
Absolutely.
And we've been in a shifted market before this ever happened. Low inventory, not a lot of homes on the market, which plays normally in the buyer's favor, supply and demand. Every 10 years we in real estate, it goes in cycles.
Sure.
So if you think about it, we're 10 years removed from 2010.
We were due for a correction, and I've said that for a while.
We're headed that way anyway. I agree with you, Brian. I think as realtors and as our industry, we're definitely going to come out stronger. We normally do. We learn a lot from it on the other side. The question is, where's the other side? And being an election year kind of plays in there too. In these cycles, we go from a seller's market to a buyer's market. So is it going to prompt us maybe next year or not too long from now? Are we going to be more in a stable market, kind of steady, both sides, not really buyer, not really seller? Or is it going to start to shift over to a buyer's market because now more homes will come on the market after this all, we get through it?
I was just pulling April numbers yesterday. In the Tulsa MLS, the number of homes that actually were new homes that were listed on the market in April were down 41%.
Correct. Wow.
Compared to April of 2019.
Sure.
Right. So our contracts haven't slowed down that much. And so when you think about an already depleted inventory and contracts staying at this level, and we're not backfilling inventory, I think you're going to see a short burst for sure of a high seller's market because of inventory.
Right.
But I think as things loosen up and things are starting to loosen up and people are starting to feel comfortable and listings are going to start coming on the market and all that pent up business is going to drive inventory up.
Sure.
Right.
I think you're going to see a short burst where buyers are as soon as they're hitting the market, because there are buyers out there.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just waiting for the right home to hit the
Absolutely.
market.
Most of them are motivated.
They're very motivated right now. Interest rates are in great
Right.
shape, and so as soon as those homes hit the market, they're going to be snatched up quickly.
Sure.
I think there's going to be a period where we kind of backfill some of that inventory.
Yeah.
The 1 day on the market to contract, the 2 days, the week is going to expand to 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I think it's going to be a great market for buyers and a great market for sellers.
Also, what's an interesting point is our values right now compared to last year this time, our values are up 12%. So that means the average sales price is up 12. So it's kind of interesting, with not a lot of homes on the market, supply and demand, that drives your values up. And when that starts to change, I was asked the other day, are we going to see a dip in values? Well, if you hear what I'm saying, if values are up now, and then as more homes come on the market, values are not going to continue to rise because of the supply and demand. Right now, the buyers don't have a whole lot to choose from.
Right.
We're getting multiple contracts. Homes are selling quickly.
Right.
Also, the sell time is up. As far as less time on the market.
Right.
So those indicators play in there. You're right. The pendings and the contracts written are pretty comparable to last year.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't dropped off that much.
Right.
I also look back at 2016. We were down. We've gradually rose from 2010. We gradually rose up to where we're at now, and now we're going to possibly have a little bit of a dip.
Sure. Things are going to get stable at some point. I think that we are gearing towards kind of mitigating this, and we, like Brian touched on, we've got people that are ready to get out there and make things happen because they've kind of been restricted quite a bit.
Right.
So
Good time to buy and a good time to sell.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Have anything you guys want to add?
I think that about good time to buy and good time to sell, we all agree homes are moving.
Absolutely.
We all agree that
Life hasn't stopped.
life hasn't stopped. We've all adapted. We're strong. We're resilient. Not just realtors, but people in general. We adapt in so many ways. But in real estate, we learn from the ones that came before us, or our history repeats itself. And so, coming out on the other end, we're working. Homes are moving.
Awesome. Well, hey, I really appreciate you guys being here. So, Brian Shepard, Tim Cochran, thank you guys so much for your time, your input, years of experience here at this table. These two guys, brilliant minds.
Before you end this, though, like I said before we started this conversation, we picked the time of when we can't get a haircut because everybody's been shut down, and so we're doing this when we haven't had a haircut like 7 weeks.
Just doing the best we can, except for me over here with my shiny head. So.
And I cut my own hair for the last 20 years. So.
Good for you. I'm gonna let you cut mine.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please put anything in the comments that you would like to see, touch on, any other questions we can answer. Aside from that, you guys have a great day.
Thank you.